All right, guys, it's amazing what a couple of days will do. The landscape around the farm has changed already. We are almost snow-free, ice-free, pretty much other than the piles where we plowed and shoveled and, put it a little bit deeper. So you can see there's just some remnants. Hugie Boogie's out. Everybody's out with me. It is a stunning day. And so we're going for a walk in the woods. I don't really know what I'm going to talk about, but we're going for a walk in the woods. Partially because the dogs just want it. So the tree that fell down, I don't know, a week and a half ago already is still down. Means we can't take a vehicle back here. Of course, by vehicle, I mean, our UTV and not an actual vehicle. But some stuff has started to get cleaned up just a hair. We just need to get out here. And honestly, as cold as it's been, I didn't want to be doing it at that point. It's going to be phenomenal for today. Even better, I think, for tomorrow. And then we're going to go back to cold, or at least wet. Not sure. But that's the plan, I think, for New Jersey right now. Meanwhile, it's, the first week of January, right? First week back to work for most of us. First week back in the office for some of us. We've had a lot of schedule changing to do, a lot of rearranging of our normal stuff, just to really start to get back into the groove of having two adults going to the office on a regular basis instead of, switching off working from home every day. And it is a big difference, I have to say, I was surprised actually how tired I was after only a couple of days in the office. It's a little bit different to be back. I'm not complaining. I'm glad to be gainfully employed. It's what pays the bills here and keeps us in feed and keeps everybody healthy, happy. But at the same time, I was pretty spoiled working from home. It was a holdover from, the COVID days, and it just didn't change back, and everybody got used to it, and now we're back in the office. And getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning is not a problem because I do that pretty much every day anyway. But getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning and getting out the door for the office at 6 is a little bit different than getting up at 5 in the morning and walking downstairs and going into the quote-unquote office in the house. This is interesting, right? So I've made it to the back of the woods. And I'm noticing here some pumpkin stems. And that is a pretty big distance where they are from where I dropped them, which was way back here. So let's take a peek at what's going on back here. The last time we were back here, there was still snow and ice, and it was kind of miserable. Now it's really tough to walk because the ground is soft. I'm having a hard time getting back here. It's so soft. But there were really no pumpkin remnants left. And that was kind of nice, right? To see that those were finally gone. So here, this is the tree I was using to crack them, if you recall. There is a little piece of one at the base of this tree. So yeah, we still have some. Here's an empty shell. And here, if I can find it again, I think, is another stem. So those stems came off, and they were still on the stuff when I threw it back here. And it came off and either traveled pretty far or the pumpkins themselves got carried off. I'll take that. We have almost everybody back here with me. Bailey, Tonka, Sophie, And if you've done these walks with me and the dogs before, it's not a huge walk. I mean, it's far enough for the little guys. It's not, certainly not long enough for Tonka, but it does give them the ability to sniff and smell different things. It's enrichment for them. It gets their brains working. They find all sorts of who knows what to eat and roll in. But it does wear them out a bit. And that, when I can do it on a day like today, that brings me a whole lot of joy, because it means I get about 2 hours after I bring them back to the house where they're tired and I can get stuff done without insanity. So yeah, it's a beautiful day. Everybody, dogs and everybody are out. Hugo is out as well, but he has learned his lesson. He's not coming back here. He's going to turn 9 next month. We're super excited about that. Sorry about the shot of Bailey marking a tree. So yeah, Hugo's going to turn 9. Sophie is currently 11. We're getting closer to the 2-year mark with Tonka. We're not quite there yet. I think we're at like 17 months. And, you know, he's not going to change much until he's like 10. So he is what he is, and he's a good dog. And Bailey's 7 going on 8. So, you know, we've got a bunch of relatively mature dogs, minus Tonka. And they know their limits. So Hugo has figured out his limits, and he's not joining us back here. But he's sitting up at the barn having a grand old time up there. All right, I think I will cut it here with a view. Let me zoom you out a bit of a beautiful sunny day in the woods with not much to see otherwise. I hope you're having a fabulous one. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other, be kind, and I will see you at the next one. Bye for now.